Hello, are you here to debate?
Yes.
All right. What's your name, age, or pronouns?
I'm a male. My name's Mike.
Mike, you answered one of my 3 questions. Can you answer the other 2?
What you said? All right. I guess I didn't hear you.
Oh, sure. I'll ask you again. I need your name, age, and your pronouns.
Oh, 62, male.
Okay, you've answered 2 of the 3 questions I asked. I'll ask the 3rd one more time. What are your pronouns, Mike?
A male.
Okay.
There's only.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if we speak English.
You're
speaking
delusional.
English. You're
Why do you have
speaking
to have
English to me, right?
Is that?
Are you speaking
What?
English to me right now,
The
Mike?
call's been on for 30 seconds. Why are you so triggered about a part of speech? This is just the English language. Chill, man.
Yeah. So. I'm a male.
Do you use neo pronouns, Mike? Is male your neo pronouns? Male/male self? I have no problem with that if you use neo pronouns.
male.
That's pretty sick.
Male, female.
Okay, your pronouns are male/female. No problem.
No. There's only 2 genders, so it's a
Oh,
male or a female.
I didn't ask you what genders there were. I asked you what your pronouns were. I'm not asking about your
what's
gender,
the difference?
right? You don't know the difference between
telling you,
gender
I'm
and
a male.
Somebody's
pronouns?
referring to you in the 3rd person. What do they use when they say, "Oh,
I
Mike
don't-
just left the
you
room"?
You
He
don't
left.
talk you're not Ricky Henderson. You don't talk in the 3rd person.
When someone else
You don't,
refers
but
to
somebody else
you in
does.
the 3rd person, Mike.
All right, come on. You want to be petty?
No, I want you to
That's
answer
petty.
the question that I presented.
I'm not answering. I don't have pronouns. I'm a him.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
a male.
perfect. Wait, no, I actually like that even
he
better.
just said it. He's a him. He just said I'm a him.
Yeah.
You're a
Well,
him?
I'm a male.
Are you? So you go by he, him, is what you're telling
Same
me.
thing.
Do you go
No,
by
I do
he,
not
him?
go by. I go by
Okay.
Mike.
Okay, Mike /
Michael.
Mike self.
Christ Almighty. Okay.
Mike, you don't know
You're
what pronouns are, do you, Mike?
What's that?
I said you don't know what a pronoun is, do you?
I do know what a pronoun is, but
Okay.
you don't talk like that.
Oh,
you don't
brilliant.
talk to.
Wait, no, that's fine.
Do
Mike,
ya?
what is a pronoun? Mike?
What's your name? What
Mike.
is your name?
Mike, what
And
is a
your age.
pronoun?
And your
What's a
pronoun.
Jovan 32 he him. What's a pronoun, Mike?
A he him.
Pronoun.
What's a he him?
You don't know what
What's a
he hims
he-him?
are? You don't know what a he him is?
No.
Then we can't have
No,
a
you tell
conversation about gender, Mike, if you don't know what he hims are.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you probably want to go back to
Gender.
1st grade English class. That'll be a good place to
Do you-
start with what parts of
Really?
speech are in the English language.
Yeah, you don't know what he him is, Mike. How are we gonna have a conversation about anything? You don't know what he's are.
Because you're delusional. That's why we can't have a conversation.
You said you
really-
don't
you
know
just-
what he him is, Mike. You said
I know what
that,
a
Mike.
he is. I know what a he is, and I know what a him is.
So you do know what he him is. So did you
But
lie?
Well, you're putting in a context that's how you talk.
You said
don't
the
talk like
phrase.
that.
I don't know what he him is. You said that phrase. You.
No, I
not
did
me.
not.
Not
I said I
Arden.
know what. I told you. There's
Not
a male
Jim
and
Bob
female,
McGee.
that's it.
Mike. So when I ask, I'll ask you again, Mike. What is
All
a
right.
pronoun? Do you know what pronouns are?
How many genders are there?
How many colors are there,
He doesn't
Mike?
know what pronouns are.
Yeah,
He's crashing
okay.
out because he
All
doesn't
right.
know what a 1st grade English class lesson is.
It would be so much easier, Mike, if you just said, I don't know what a pronoun is. Can you explain it to me? And then
I
we'll
do know
explain
what
it
a
to you.
pronoun is.
Then what
him,
is it?
He, her, she, it.
Those are examples,
I mean,
Mike. If I
but
asked
that's
you what
so-
is it, Mike, if I said what's a car and you said Ford, you wouldn't be telling me what a car is, right? You'd be giving me an
Okay,
example of a car.
okay.
So what is a pronoun, Mike?
All right. I know what a him
It's crazy, dude.
he, him is. I'm a him, he. Okay.
Oh,
Now, get
okay.
on to-
Damn. It took you 4 minutes and 22 seconds
No.
to answer a simple question.
I
That
don't
is
understand why you got to
crazy.
What's this?
Oh my
Is this a
God.
debate about that? I mean, what? I don't get it.
Mike, if you can't answer me
No.
a simple question at the start of the conversation, how are we supposed to have a fruitful debate, period?
Well, that's not debating. That's just semantics.
Correct.
Isn't it?
It's asking you a question about what part of speech people generally use to refer to you in the 3rd person. Because I don't know if you know this,
They don't.
but we're talking to a lot of transgender people here where you don't necessarily know what their pronouns are based on their voice. So we
Okay.
ask as a sign of
That's-
courtesy so that we can
See,
respect
that's
you
the
and so that the
problem.
audience
That's-
can respect
that's the
you.
pro-
And if
that's-
you don't have the
that's the
ability
problem with you
to just
people.
answer the question, then you clearly don't
That's
have the
the
ability to
problem with you
actually
people.
engage in this conversation.
You don't talk in
And see, you're
third-
actually
you
so
don't
triggered
talk
that
to
you
people
can't
like
even
that,
listen to
do
what
you?
I'm saying, and you just start screaming in the background while I'm talking. Like, you're so triggered. It's really
Well,
embarrassing. We haven't even gotten to have a conversation
I'm
because
not
you're so
triggered.
triggered over a pronoun, dude.
You just.
You are. It's really embarrassing.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not triggered. I don't care what you call
Dude, you
yourself. but
flamed
you don't,
out.
You
You
don't go up
flamed
to
out and
somebody
started
say,
saying you didn't know what a pronoun
you
was.
are he, him, or she, her. You don't do that. How do you talk
sorry.
to people like that?
How
Give
do
me
you
an
talk to
example of
people
how
with
you
their
go up to
sure?
somebody
Wait,
and
this will be
talk
super
like
easy.
that?
Super easy. Sure, let's do it. Hi, Arden. My name's Jovan. What's your pronouns?
She, her.
No.
Okay, cool. Did you watch Lost last night?
Yeah. No, I was kind of a little bit disappointed with the ending. Not as much as everyone else, though, you know?
I think they might still be on the island. Do you see how easy that was, Mike? Do you see how it took us like not even a second of time?
Well, it doesn't make any sense to do that.
It doesn't make sense to you because you don't understand how the English language works, but like we're trying to teach it to you, and in which case it will make sense. So would you like us to explain the English language to you, and then it will make sense to you?
No, well, just move on to something else.
Hey, Mike, have you ever heard of Rufus Xavier's Asperilla?
What's that?
Have you ever heard of Rufus Xavier's Asperilla? Have you ever heard of Rufus Xavier's Asperilla?
No.
Cool. Well, he's the name that was given to a character in Schoolhouse Rock. This was a song about pronouns that came out like 5 fucking decades ago for children. And the whole song is about how it's really annoying to say somebody's entire name when you're referring to them. Imagine if you had to say Rufus Xavier's Asperilla every time you were referring to this person. That would be silly. So instead, we use pronouns like he or she or they or we to make it easier. But you don't always know which pronoun is relevant to someone. So we ask as a sign of courtesy. I'm sorry you got so triggered. Oh, I'm not triggered.
No, I'm not triggered.
Pronouns are Matt Self.
No, I'm not triggered. I just don't understand
You're
the
so
circle
triggered, dude.
argument about. It's just silly. It's silly.
You were so desperate
first of all,
to jump
hold
on the
on.
pronoun thing that you couldn't even get to the real conversation.
I just want to point out, it's not a circular argument of any kind, right?
It is. Because I say
not
something
because we're not presenting you an argument.
And
that's
you
not
tell
what
me I'm
a circular
stupid.
argument isn't when someone just says the opposite of you, Mike.
You don't.
Somebody
you don't go
here's
up to
a fun
somebody and
fact.
call them
If
a
you
her.
say something and then someone
Or a
says the
him.
opposite, that's just an argument. That's just like the bare bones what an argument is. Two people saying
You
the
go up and
opposite
say,
thing.
Hey, how you doing? You don't care what the gender is, do you? Why do you care
Mike,
what a gender?
if you don't, Mike,
that you're talking to?
Mike,
You're
you
just
telling me your
talking to
pronouns
somebody,
isn't you telling me your
right?
gender, right? It can be
why
implied
do I
that
need
Mike
to tell
uses
you?
he, him pronouns, so his gender is a man, but it's not me asking you to tell me your gender. It's me asking you, hey, what do you like to be called when someone refers to you in the third person? Because there's let me just confirm here. There's 228 people watching this on Twitch and 719 people watching this on YouTube. They might want to talk about you in the chat while we're talking. And so they want to know whether they should refer to you as he or she or it or crybaby, whatever works the best for you. And then though I in the future might need to post this video online. And when I do, I might need to refer to you in the title or description, in which case I would need to know if you prefer to be called he or she or whiny little bitch boy, whichever one you prefer, Mike.
Oh, insults.
They're not insults. I said whichever.
Guys,
Mike,
I
said whichever one you prefer, Mike.
I
said whichever one you prefer, Mike.
Them,
Mike,
right?
I said whichever one you prefer.
Mike,
so the fact that you are thinking that whiny bitch boy is about you makes me think that's the one you prefer. So do you prefer that
you're
one?
You're talking to me, aren't you? You're talking to me.
I gave you a 3. If I was talking to you, Mike, and I said, hey, there are 3 types of cars: Ford, Ferraris, and Teslas. Would you assume that one of those is you? Or was I just giving examples of cars?
Okay.
Okay. Just making sure. Now, Mike, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way and you've said your pronouns are he, him, thank you for finally being intellectually honest here. What topic on the board did you want to debate about?
Oh, I don't care. Trump. You don't like Trump?
No, I don't like Trump.
Why is that?
I think he's an ineffective leader. I think he has no idea what he's doing. I think his policies tend to hurt Americans and the American economy. I think that he is consolidating power in the executive branch and destroying the systems of checks and balances that we have place in America.
And how's that?
How's that for which one?
How is he consolidating power?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty easy. He just fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics to put in somebody that he wanted because they were giving numbers he didn't like. He then issued a policy that the Bureau of Labor Statistics... No. He then issued a policy... No. He then issued a policy that the Bureau of Labor Statistics now won't even count job numbers on a monthly basis. This would be a form of consolidating power to make himself look better. We can also look at the fact that he has been basically making it so that federal judiciary judges have less power, such as bringing to the Supreme Court the injunction case. And the Supreme Court has overturned that district courts can't pass injunctions, which means that if he wants to do something unconstitutional, courts can't say this is unconstitutional, you can't do it. Now they have to create class action lawsuits and go through the entire lawsuit process in order to achieve that goal. And the class actions don't count for every person that's happening to, just the people that are part of the class action lawsuit. It's a way to consolidate power.
You think one judge, one person, like in Massachusetts, like the judge, should have the power to override Congress and the President of the United States?
If Congress and the President are trying to pass unconstitutional policies, absolutely. Yeah. The judiciary should step in. That's literally the entire
point of the judiciary. That's the whole point of the judiciary branch.
Not one judge, not a single circuit judge.
So this is into
Congress
you.
And the Senate.
Let me just confirm, Mike. This is you. This is better now. This is better now. So let's say the president passes a policy that directly affects your constitutional rights, whatever they may be. The only way that you get this taken care of now is if you personally sue the president. You recognize this, right?
No, I do not recognize that.
Okay, that's how injunctions work. Injunctions make it so that individuals don't need to personally sue. When it comes to rights violations, we look at whether a policy or a legislation is violating that right on its face. And if it is, a judge can pass what's called an injunction and stop the state or federal legislature from pushing through that policy. Now, let's say the president says, I want to take Mike's gun rights away. And they say let's say you own, I don't know, an AR-15. And the president says, I want to remove no AR-15s ever. So the cops come and they take your AR-15. Now, if you want your rights back, a judge can't just say, hey, on its face, this policy is unconstitutional. We shouldn't be allowed to do it. You shouldn't be allowed to do it and take his guns. Now, you have to personally sue. You, Mike, would have to personally sue to get that back. Do you have the money to hire personal lawyers? Like in depth.
That's not what happens, though.
Yes, it is. That is what the Supreme Court determined. That is what the Supreme Court determined when they passed the injunction decision a month ago. That's what they determined.
Yes.
So now you have
Congress
to
and you have the Senate and you have the executive branch, and they all bounce out. You don't have a judge in Massachusetts, it's a liberal, deciding, well, I don't like this guy, and I'm going to do this.
Yes, individual injunctions have been a thing since like the 30s.
Yeah.
So now we can't do them anymore. You believe that this practice that has been going on since the 30s, you think is bad. Why is it bad?
Because it's politically motivated most of the time.
Based on, can you give me an example of a politically motivated injunction?
Well, like the Muslim ban. When Trump first President, when he was first in office back in '16, he banned Muslims from coming from some certain countries, and they put an injunction on that.
And you think a president should be able to ban every person from individual countries based on those countries' religious practices?
No, it's not. It wasn't religious practices.
Yeah, it was. You literally just called it a Muslim ban.
Muslim ban.
Being Muslim is a religion.
Well, they were Muslims. They're Muslims. The radical
That's a religion.
Muslims.
That's
not
religion.
all Muslims. The radical. I should have said radical. I'm sorry.
Okay, but the ban didn't say we're going to ban radical Muslims. The ban just was blanket Muslim.
Yeah, but most of the countries like Syria and Iraq and Iran, they're mostly Muslim and they were terrorists. So
it was based upon a religious, hence why you keep saying Muslim ban.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Yes, it was.
Radical,
this is why.
And I apologize for that, and I said radical Muslim.
So should we also ban all radical Christians?
If there is, yeah. If there's radical Christians.
If there is?
That go around. What's your definition of radical?
What's yours, Mike?
Strapping a bomb on your body and blowing people up. That's
okay,
radical.
great. Well, most Muslims don't do that, so why are we banning Muslims?
They most. But there's enough to do.
No,
just
there's
like
not.
Israel. Hamas didn't do that?
Did Hamas do what?
Kill people? Ain't
Israel
they Muslim?
kills people.
Ain't they radical?
He's just reaching for his bucket
Israel
of
kills
conservative
people.
talking points now. But what about Hamas? Not even talking.
What about Hamas? What?
Hamas is a non-issue in the topic. Should we ban everybody from Israel because Israel? Wait, should we ban everybody from Israel because Israel starves children?
They starve children.
Yeah, I don't know if you
children.
Literally in Gaza.
I know this is good.
Literally right now.
Right now, Israel is currently starving children to death.
Yeah. Well, Hamas is hijacking those supply.
They aren't.
Trains, right?
If Israel allowed more aid to be in the amount that's typically recommended for a population that size, Hamas wouldn't be able to jack it or sell it because there would be so much on the market that it would have no value. There's not actually great evidence of them doing that. But even if there was, the solution would be to let more aid in the amount that's being requested to be allowed in. Like, why are you so triggered when I start talking? You always have to interrupt. Are you that insecure?
Well, I can't. No, I'm not insecure.
Mike, do I have to play the videos of Israel literally shooting people who are just trying to get food aid and burning the aid and bombing literal trucks of aid coming from UNRWA? Israel's been found guilty in international court for literally this, for destroying aid.
Israel. You saw Israel. You got a video.
Yeah.
Israel. You do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up because I haven't seen that.
Whoa. Crazy. I would have never thought you hadn't seen that based on the words that were coming out of your mouth.
I don't believe it.
Of course you don't, because you don't believe anything that your Big Daddy Trump tells, unless Big Daddy Trump tells you. If Big Daddy Trump tells it to you, you'll believe it. If anybody else tells it to you, couldn't be real, could it?
Your Big Daddy Biden tells you, and you believe it.
Do I look like I like Biden?
None. This is the funniest thing that people like you reach for, Mike, because nobody on the left gives a fuck about any individual figure in the Democratic Party. Most people on the left don't like the Democrats. We just acknowledge that they are way better than the conservatives.
Oh, okay.
How many Biden flags, Biden shirts, Biden hats, Biden shoes, Biden mugs, Biden NFTs do you see? Because I don't see any of that shit. But if you drive out in the country, in any state, any rural area, there's Trump flags everywhere. You guys would brand his name on your fucking forehead if he asked you to.
No, we're not that.
You know how I know? I know it's stupid? Because Biden's not the president. So I don't give a shit what Biden says right now. He's not the president of the country. Biden can lick my taint for all I care.
Yeah, it's just.
Can you tell us Can you tell Trump to lick your taint?
I don't talk like that, so I mean.
Oh, to your dads, I know. You can't talk like that to daddy.
What's that?
Can't talk like that to daddy.
Myself.
Yeah.
I think for myself and I form my own opinion.
Do you?
No, you don't. Okay,
Yep,
let's find that out. Let's find that out. Why do you support Trump, Mike?
Because he loves America. He loves the United States. And he's doing everything he can for us.
Can you be specific?
Like the tariffs.
The tariffs.
He's trying to create jobs. He's trying to create jobs for those tariffs.
Who pays tariffs, Mike?
Listen, a tariff is not. That's not the argument with tariffs. Who pays it and who doesn't pay it? What the tariff is trying to do.
Why is that not an argument? Because I'm a small business owner, Mike, and many of my fellow small business owners have been specifically so deeply hampered by the tariff. Specifically,
it's not.
I don't know if I feel like that. They've been specifically hampered by the tariffs because the amount of tariff tax that they would have to pay on an amount of like $10,000 imports of moss, for example, is like $20,000. It's ridiculous right now because of the ways that the tariffs have to move through the system. It's like,
can I explain it to you?
There's many small businesses that I know personally that are dying right now.
I'm excited to hear the explanation. Go ahead, Mike. I'm excited to hear the explanation.
The tariff that's not the point of the tariff. The point of the tariff is if you're importing more than you're exporting, then there's no jobs here in the United States. And that's what the tariffs is trying to do, is get more people to open more businesses in the United States and create product, not ship it in from China with child labor and forced labor in China.
Hey, Mike. The U.S. is currently in a labor shortage, not a job shortage, a labor shortage.
U.S. is
we're in a labor shortage.
You know why we're in a labor shortage?
You tell me.
Too many people are on welfare.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just confirm.
Of course.
We need the jobs brought back because we don't have enough jobs, but we're in a labor shortage. So you just want to fill a bunch of factories that no one will be working in. So you want us to build a bunch of factories that no one will work in because we're in a labor shortage.
Because there's more people on welfare and Social Security and all that stuff, and they don't want to work.
What percentage of Americans are on welfare? What percentage of working Americans are on welfare?
I have no idea.
21%.
21% on welfare?
Yep.
How many? What's the raw number of that? What's 21%?
You want to know the best part too? Of that 21%, 86% of them are working jobs.
What's that? 86% of the 20% are working?
Yep, 86% of people who are welfare recipients work jobs. They're working.
No, they don't.
Mike, so here's the thing. You said, I think for myself, Mike, right? So I'm giving you data directly from welfare offices.
From what?
Right? Directly from the welfare offices, right? You're giving me data from where? Where do you get your data from, Mike?
I work. I see.
You work and you see.
Oh my fucking God.
You work and you see.
Unserious person. Person. Nothing real to contribute to a real conversation.
You can't believe your numbers because you screw them.
I can't believe the numbers of what?
They're not our numbers. What?
Where do you get your numbers?
Crazy. You're deranged.
We get our numbers from the CBPP. Do you know what the CBPP is?
Nope, I do not.
It's the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. They analyze.
And who's that?
It's
is that a government?
It's an independent agency. It's an organization. It's an independent organization that does audits.
That's what I'm talking about.
Of wealth of
that's what I'm talking about.
Mike, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
You literally don't know what you're talking about. Mike, you tell me what percentage of people who receive welfare benefits are working. What's the actual percentage, Mike?
I have no idea, but I just know there's not You just go to friggin' Burger King. You don't see any young people working. You see old people working.
It's because they're at school when you
Walmart,
go to Burger
you see
King,
old
Mike.
people working.
They're usually at school, Mike.
Not during the summer.
They're usually doing other things,
kid,
Mike.
Everybody worked at McDonald's.
You know what, Mike? I agree. I'm gonna base the rest of my life, my understanding on employment and government policy and percentages and numbers are only gonna come from who I see at Burger King. I agree with you. The Burger King method is definitely the way to go, Mike.
An example. I'm not.
It's a really bad example.
Come on.
It's a really bad example.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Just come on. See, that's a great argument. Mike nailed it. Just come on. Just come on. Wow, I'm convinced, Mike. You convinced me. You presented me with convincing evidence of your position. I now believe everything you say because you said just come on. Really, really. So
I'm supposed to believe everything you say, right? I'm supposed to believe everything.
We presented data. We presented data that's based on populations.
I literally gave. What do you think data is?
Just because you don't like the data doesn't make it not data, Mike. I'm sorry that you don't understand how numbers work on top of not understanding how parts of speech work, but that's not our problem.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
All right.
Hey, Mike. Where do you get your data?
I get it off Fox News. How's that?
There we go.
Is that a trigger?
Okay. Fox News has had to pay lawsuits for lying, right?
Oh, like ABC hasn't.
Where's the ABC lawsuit for lying?
Huh?
Where's the ABC lawsuit for lying?
Well, look at The View. How many retractions they had to put out?
I'm not talking about retractions. I'm talking about getting sued for lying.
Well, didn't Trump just win $16 million from ABC?
That was a settlement.
It wasn't lying.
There was no lawsuit.
That was a settlement.
What's the difference? Settlement, lawsuit?
Okay, so hold on. You believe you would agree with me if somebody settles out of court, they're probably guilty, right?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I love that you agree with that one, Mike. So when Donald Trump settled out of court for sexual relations or inappropriate sexual relations with all the women that he has settled out of court with, he probably did it, right?
All women?
Yeah, he's had multiple assault lawsuits that he has settled out of court. So you would agree?
Oh, really?
He probably assaulted those people, right?
I've never heard that one.
You haven't heard that one?
No. But would you agree? Answer that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree with us? Trump's a rapist.
Just like P. Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, but you agree Trump is a rapist?
A racist? No.
No, a rapist.
He's not a racist.
Rapist.
Oh, rapist. No.
But he settled out of court.
You just agreed to it.
I said,
Mike.
He settled out of court, did he not?
Yeah.
So then you would agree that he's a rapist for settling out of court for assault.
Oh, my goodness. You guys like twisting.
Mike, hold on. Answer. I'm going to ask the question again because maybe you are just
functionally
too stupid to understand what I'm saying. Mike, let me ask you again. If somebody settles out of court, would you agree if somebody settles out of court, if somebody goes to get sued and they settle out of court, would you agree that that person is guilty?
But you don't know what guilty of.
Great. Jill Harth.
Oh my God.
Jill Harth tried to sue Trump for attempted rape, and Trump settled out of court with her in 1997. Jill Harth
who did?
Sued Donald Trump for attempted rape. Trump settled out of court. So is Trump guilty of attempting to rape Jill Harth?
You don't know that. I don't know that.
Yeah, you're a fucking clown, Mike. The minute you're all so again.
No,
Trump,
I just said.
Wait, so let's just confirm. Let's just confirm.
Guilty. Maybe he's guilty of, but he might be guilty of something. But you can't define it as rape or
let's just confirm
it could
here.
be a
Let's just
sexual
confirm
assault.
here.
Harassment or something. You can't just define.
She was accusing him of attempted
harassment instead.
You think
so much better? Good argument.
Yeah, you think it's better that he sexually harassed somebody? That's okay.
But that's what the point is. You don't know.
She
right?
attempted. So then I don't know that CBS was guilty of lying because it was just a settlement out of court.
Okay. They didn't lie.
No, it was just a settlement out of court. You have no proof of anything.
Why would they settle out of court? Why would he settle out of court?
There ain't no fucking way,
that's
bro.
so fucking insane. You're full. You are actually full of it. There's no way. There's no way that's real. This is not a real person. I refuse to believe.
Mike, do you know what shape Italy is?
Cult wall mindset.
Do you know what shape the country of Italy is shaped in? Yeah. Fuck out of here.
That's crazy, dude.
Wow.
The fact that he went back to that point after we walked him through logically dodging it, it's genuine. Okay, so sometimes when we do religious calls in the line, right? I always talk about there's like this invisible force field where sometimes people who are honestly answering questions will honestly answer questions up to a point where all of a sudden acknowledging the logical ends of answering this next question will result in them having to like deconstruct their belief, and like a force field, they will suddenly start dishonestly answering this question. Like they just cannot pass this barrier. And that was exactly what we just witnessed with Mike. Like,
thank you guys for watching. And shout out to my YouTube members. Their names appear on the side. Membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to early videos, uncensored videos, and members-only content. Also, shout out to Tier 4 members, Bamji, Matthew Holloway, Vampy, Kelsey Dooley, Kelsey K, Jake, Marceline, and Yemye. Tier 4 members get to help choose debate topics, and their contributions go a long way to helping me create higher quality content for all of you. Remember to subscribe for your daily dose of leftist debates, and I'll see you in the next video.